Oh, okay. We got audio working? Awesome. Hello, everybody. Let's rock it, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Rock Guitar here. Yeah. We're here showing off very early progress of my individual novel, Symphony of Broken Souls Overture. And it's not just me. We also have here one of the lead editors of the game and also vocalist for the main theme of the game. Say hello, Jessica.
Hello, everybody. Hey, hey. How you doing?
Oh, all of a sudden, the desktop audio got super loud. One second, I need to lower you a little bit.
Oh. Oh, wow. I'm loud for once.
For what, Jessica, you were picking for a second.
Okay.
I see people in chat. I also want to say, Doc Starlight, thank you so much for the follow. Hello, Trivium Virato. Thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much, everybody that's here already, whether you're in chat or you're just here lurking. I really appreciate you. How are you all doing today? While they are answering that, yeah, for context, for those who don't know, Symphony is the visual novel that I've been working on for the past, I want to say, maybe 2 years. I've been writing the story for it since about 2006, but the actual work on this being a visual novel is something very recent. Jessica, you've been friends with me for so long. You probably know how long I've been working on this nonsense.
Yeah, it's been more years than I can count at this point.
Yeah,
And it's been going on before that too.
yeah, and you've been seeing it like even the previous version, with like the previous names and everything. Hey, Matthew, what's up? What's up, Matt?
Yeah. What's up?
Starlight says, excited to check out my first stream of yours. Tyrium Virato saying, vibrating at such frequency that only dogs can hear the excitement. I think that might be Mia. I hope you're doing good, Matt. I just hope you're doing good, Matt. So, you caught me. Yeah, that question's very specific, but so just for context, we'll be going over the first half-ish of chapter 1. I've been working very hard on programming this, and once again, I want to clarify, this is still very early in process. We do have sprites, we have a lot, but we also still have a lot of placeholder art. We have a lot of placeholder sprites, concept CGs. The only thing that is fully finalized as of this point is the script that will be soon sent in to our voice acting director so they can begin casting. Hopefully, I want to say maybe a couple months, maybe. I'm going to need to finish more of the sprites so that we can actually set up the casting sheet. It's been so long that Matt forgot that he was a mod. Surprise, bud! Actually, yes, are you also a mod?
I am, yes.
Okay, so I have my knights with me. I am your king. Hello. All right. So I'm just gonna show off real quick here the title screen real quick. I want to shout out our star programmer, Gaming Variety Potatoes, who not only made this title screen, but also a lot of the functionality that you'll be seeing throughout the stream. So I'm just gonna reset this here real quick. That is the wrong window, Luis. Please click the right one. So when you load the game, it'll start up with this. Just a quick little parallax pan. And then when you click continue, we get the actual music. So as far as functionality right now, we don't have much to show. We still have a lot of our options here to go on. This menu will be fully changed as we continue forward. We have a lot of save files here that I use to like show off or to work on different pieces of the game. But as of right now, we don't have a lot of the functionality that we wish we had. We are going to be adding a sound test. We're going to be adding a glossary. We're going to be adding what's the term I'm looking for? Glossary, sound test, and an image gallery. Well, you'll be able to see not only the CGs of the game, you'll also be able to see a lot of the guest artwork done by some of our other team members, such as Jessica here and Matthew.
Yep.
Are they voicing the game already? Not yet. We're a little bit away from that. We did recently finish the script and finish editing it, so we'll be giving it to Maxi soon enough for casting, which hopefully should happen within the next few months. As far as today goes, me and Jessica will be reading the script, and we'll also be taking questions. Me and Jessica will be voicing the game today, and if there's any questions as far as like development, the game, or the process itself, please feel free to ask me in chat, and we'll go over them as it goes along. Without further ado, any further questions? Jessica, anything else you want to say and add?
I mean, you pretty much said everything, so just sit back and enjoy.
Yep, sit back and enjoy, you guys, and we shall begin reading the first chapter of Symphony of Broken Souls Overture. Let's begin. Allow me to tell you a tale not known by many, forgotten in the annals of history. Also, let me know if you need me to boost any audio or anything of the sort. The land of Selnia, a fertile and fruitful territory, home to its 5 states. The Republic of Legonia and the Kingdom of Varun allied in the south. The Sultan state of Oquinar to the west. The Kingdom of Mitsuchi to the east. And the Holy Empire of Illusius to the north. For centuries, these powers were joined hand in hand as they led their domains to glory and prosperity. Yet this peace would not last forever. As darkness grew in the hearts of men, so too grew their violence. Eventually leading the catastrophic war the likes of which humanity had yet seen, as blood of warriors and innocents alike spilled across the land. Each battle pushed humanity closer and closer to its untimely end. Not even the efforts of the gods could subside humanity's rage against itself. This calamitous era of history would come to be known as the War Crisis. As the war continued for years and years, the kingdoms began to buckle under the weight of their own conflict, eventually leading the Emperor of Illusius, Alexander Z. Bartary, to hatch a plan. A plan that would turn this war fraught with mystery than a far worse path. In a desperate desire for victory, he sacrificed his empress, his wife, Jeanne Antoinette, to undo ancient and holy magic. Magic that was meant to suppress and seal vile and wicked beasts. The king summoned forth these demons to give him the power to conquer his enemies. Though long sealed, their names were not forgotten, just spoken in hushed tones. The sons of sin. The Angra. These demons of death and carnage spread their cancer upon the land, mercilessly destroying everything in their path. No life was deserving of salvation in their eyes, all life destined to be their feast. Yet when all hope seemed lost and Selnia was on the brink of becoming a barren void, one warrior stood tall, and with blade in hand, this hero peeled humanity away from their self-made destruction. The Blade of Balance. A warrior chosen by the gods to end this calamity and bring order to an orderless existence. A warrior that, after sealing the Angra away and slaying the king, brought an end to the war crisis. As quickly as he appeared, however, he would vanish, only leaving behind his sword, the Holy Saber of Flames, Argidileon. 10 years have passed since the war crisis. Selnia now lives in relative peace, its flames no longer painted in the endless violence. But as darkness lurks in the hearts of men, what sins shall guide the future of this world? Chat is saying, try to behave. Do your best, Mia. And Doc Starlight says, a very good looking map. Thank you very much. That was thanks to one of our background artists, Debug Frog. I'll be sharing their link later today. This will be but a few of the stories that occur across these plains. A myriad of stories, a story of a myriad of people guiding themselves and their world to either a hopeful future or to an empty demise. A story of hope, of conquest, of weal and woe. I ask of you, do you dare face this fate? Do you dare see what lurks ahead? If so, Then read on, and learn of tales that few have heard before. If not, then may you have safe travels in your hopefully more peaceful world. What is your answer? Starlight saying, nice, loving the intro too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That intro took me, I want to say, about a month or two to work on. Mia say, Ignato, Matt's voting no. Okay, chat. First option of the game. Do we vote yes or no to read on onto the story? What do you vote, Jess?
I say yes.
End the stream early. End the stream early here. I mean, if you guys vote no, I will click no. Up to you guys. I just think it's funny. I mean, we can show off it. We can show it off real quick. It's not gonna take too long. If you click no and tell the game, hey, nah, I'm not really down for this, because this can essentially our trigger warning screen, then you, hey, the game's gonna have some fucked up content here. There can be some stuff like sexuality, violence, gore, and such discussed here. So, you wanna deal with all that? Not really, no. I see. Then you have a good life. Be safe out there. And take care of yourself and your loved ones. And it'll bring you back to the title screen. You know, just in case, you know, people are like, this isn't for me, they can still back out. But if you are brave enough to click yes, the game over, says Matt. Symphony speedrun. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I want to see that, yeah. Symphony speedrun, like, what how fast can you click the no option? If you choose yes, however, very well. Then let's go forth, my friend, into the legend that brought a gentle harmony into a dissonant cacophony of despair. A legend of humanity, desperately fighting for hope. Symphony of Broken Souls, Book 1, Overture. Mia here saying, Ignato literally opens his eyes. Me, excessive sobbing.
Very true.
Why, is that what you're also feeling, Jessica?
Yeah, I've known him for how long? It's like he's right there.
True.
He can grow over time.
I think everybody here, you know him the longest.
True.
I mean, not counting me. So this here is our mode select screen. We still need to go through some fixing ups. And once again, shout outs to Gaming Variety Potato for making this menu. I would have lost my marbles setting this up. The glossary right now is non-functional. Originally, if you're able to click here, it'll take you to the glossary and you're able to review ideas such as the Angra, the Saber of Flames, and so on and so forth. With previous chapters here, nice that you mentioned the menu, the map there, Doc Starlight, because going through the previous chapters not only will indicate to you what you can only be able to revisit previous chapters, but if I'm allowed to just reload this real quick onto a different instance, it'll actually also show you on the map where each chapter takes place. So chapter 1 or chapter 2 rather and chapter 1, chapter 2 take place in the city of Lumisa in the Republic of Lagonia. You're able to see that on the map, and the dot will be able to move around, showing you where each chapter takes place. Awesome, glad you like that functionality. I'll admit I play a bunch of Fire Emblem, and I'll admit the idea came partly from there. And then we have our button over here with our key art done by yours truly. And yeah, as far as how we'll read, I'll be taking male characters. Jessica, you want to take female characters?
Sure, whoever you want me to voice for today.
Yeah, just because it's just the two of us, I'll take the dudes, you can take the girls.
Okay.
And if there's any moment where you're like, nah, I want to voice that, then go right ahead. It's like, no, I want to say that one Ignato line, and you jump in. Alright, and here we go. Book 1, Overture. Chapter 1. The day it all went wrong. And once again, from this point forward, everything is still a work in progress. Everything is subject to change. Everything will be updated as we go along. A memory that never fades. The final night of the war. The crushing heat, the smoke, and the stifling weight of the rubble were inescapable as burn marks spread across the young boy's skin. His vision blurred as the fire burned everything around him down to ash. This place used to be his home, but now it had become a sanctuary of death and carnage. The flame reached towards the darkened sky, the roar deafening all in the surrounding area. He tried to move the debris of what used to be his home off his body, but his arms refused to listen. Would it even matter if he could? He wasn't aware if his legs were still attached to his body. He couldn't feel them. It hurt to blink. His eyes were so dry, even closing them didn't dampen them anymore. He tried to force words out of his mouth, attempting to call for anybody who would help him, but it was beyond useless. No words came out, just hoarse raps from his damaged throat. It would have been easier for a mute man to speak than for the boy to do so. He turned his head and saw the cause of the flames, the person that brought forth all this pain. The figure of a tall man stood in the distance. He struggled to catch any distinct features. He could somewhat see the silhouette standing tall and firm, covered in a long coat, but nothing more. In the hand of the silhouette rested a long, thick sword covered in bright red flames. The boy knew only one person who could wield that blade, and yet he couldn't understand. Why would the warrior of the burning blade cause his destruction, this anguish? He weakly stretched out his hand to the warrior with the flaming blade, but all his hand could do was fall to the ground with a silent thud. He attempted to drag his body on the ground, yet he wasn't strong enough to move a single inch. Instead, his fingers just bled as he dug into the dry earth, while his body continued to burn, and the debris trapped him in a pit of flames. He went to pull the man closer and ask, why? Why did this happen? Why did he hurt him? And it seemed the swordsman noticed, staring at the boy's agony. The man walked over towards the boy. His lips were moving, but it was hard to read what they said, and even harder to hear it. He towered above the child, his looming figure barely distinct in the boy's tired eyes. He couldn't focus on the face of the man standing above him. His eyes were able, however, to focus on the flaming blade, its red fire shining as bright as a falling star. The beautiful blade, unlike any other, the fire exuding from the metal hit the markings that adorned the wondrous holy sword. A legendary weapon, the sight of which should have been a sign of hope. The blade rose and hung over the body of the child, like a lion awaiting for its prey. And as soon as the boy noticed, the man swung. Ah! Huh? The man woke up with a quick jolt, as he struggled for air due to his nightmare. As he attempted to force oxygen back into his lungs, his eyes started around, trying to comprehend his surroundings. He could find nothing but the blurry shapes of letters, words, and white paper, too close for him to be able to decipher. As panic overtook him, he swatted the book away from his face. He rolled off his bed, tumbling face first onto the wooden floor, as the book was sent flying across the room and crashed against the wall. He rolled onto his back and rubbed his nose and forehead in pain, groaning as the soreness from the crash spread fresh to his head. This is such beautiful prose. I adore how this is written. Same, it's really good. Thank you guys so much. I want to also shout out Jessica here and the other editors, Kita and Alex. They worked so hard with me on editing this. We stayed up until like 1 or 2 a.m. once, I think, working on the editing for this. So shout outs to Jessica here for helping me and the other editors for working with this on me.
Thank you.
Thank you. His eyes adjusted to the light as he shook around with deep breaths. He realized quickly that he was in his own room, his home, safe and sound. The same familiar wooden room he had lived in for a while now, decorated with paintings of his family. A guitar in need of tuning rested against the wall. A bookshelf hung over the bed, and an overused desk was propped up against the wall, with dirty clothes scattered around the ground like a rug. Through a small window, the morning rays lit the room, blinding him with a warm and golden light. Doug Starlight says, kudos to the whole team, for real, absolutely amazing work from you all, you're the best, says Mia. Thank you guys so much, sincerely.
Oh, thank you.
Same room as always. Nothing to worry about. Just another nightmare. Here comes the boy.
Here. It's him.
He's him. Without his shirt. Boy, put something on. It's a truly runner OC if they don't forget their shirt.
That's true.
He scratched his shirt, his fingers almost tangling themselves in his curly hair, as he breathed a relieved sigh. Images of the nightmare faded away from focus. The boobiest out against the fascist! My god, Mia. He groaned at the pain that continued pounding at his head, checking himself for any injuries. You think after all this time, sleeping would have gotten easier. At least it doesn't look like I broke anything this time. Remind me of the old Soul Calibur days. Yeah, I remember that illustration that you made where you just refused to draw Ignato with a shirt. After checking that his nose was still intact, he got up to his feet, looking around the room. His bedroom was big enough to be comfortable, yet small enough that he wished he had more space. His search across their personal mess for where he had thrown the book. The tome titled Illusius, How to Make It Big, was spread open, his pages pressed against the floor next to his desk. He picked the book and, dusting it off, placed it back onto the shelf. His attention too returned to back to his bed, undone and disheveled. I think it's about time I built a new one for myself, bigger and better. Maybe I'll ask Liliana to help me to get the wood for it. And again, if I do that, she'll never let me hear the end of it. However, making his bed would have to wait. He began to prepare himself for the day to come, taking off his sleep clothes and switching to his farming gear. While doing so, he began going over his work for the schedule of today. Let's see. Mom was in charge of deliveries yesterday, and Tilly handled the house, and I handled the ranch. So today, I should be taking care of the house while Tilly does deliveries, and Mom handles the rest. I think? Maybe? Yeah, totally. Mia here saying Tiliana mentioned, the crowd goes wild. With his morning preparations done, he adjusted his hat, picked up his satchel, and headed out to begin his daily routine. As he left his room, the welcoming smell of a good homemade breakfast filled his nose. With calm yet quick steps, he began to make his way to the first floor of the house. Reaching the bottom of the stairs, he saw the morning sun sneak through the windows of his home, lighting the wooden living room and the dining area with a gentle glow. Specks of dust floated through the air, the sounds of cooking echoing through the household. Ignato made his way towards the kitchen, where an older woman quietly prepared breakfast. Her focus was solely on preparing the meal, though her eyes blinked slowly from drowsiness. Ignato snuck up behind her and planted a gentle kiss on her cheek before sitting on the countertop of the kitchen. Morning, Ma!
Ah, she's here.
She's here! She has a sprite now! She's not just a red blob anymore!
She's actually here.
Yeah!
Alright. Morning, dear. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, been better, been worse. I guess. Would be nice to wake up one of these days without cracking my head in half.
I've told you to make yourself a new bed.
I know. Just been busy, that's all. Mia says, their home literally looks like the best place on earth. Once again, you all keep delivering the most amazing content. Thank you very much. Just to give a bit of like, very cozy looking. Thank you. Just to give a bit of behind the scenes of how this happened. The Ignato's room was drawn by Debug Frog, and from there, I used that as a basis to work on the backgrounds for the house. Other backgrounds are worked by different people on the team, such as the amazing Tema Fries, the fantastic Master MRU on the chat, Jessica over here also worked in a couple as well, and the incredible Spicy Mexican Boy, worked on a lot of like our structural designs, as well as the amazing Nefertiti-chan, I forget her name, Nefertiti-chan, Nefertiti-san, my bad, Nefertiti-san, who did the architectural design of a lot of the buildings in the story.
So are we all. Yeah, we all still do what we must.
Yeah, I'll get to it. I should be able to start planning for it after I handle the ranch today.
Ignato.
The hard cut from like her proper sprite to her fucking concept sprite, because I haven't drawn her with her crossed arms yet. It's really goofy. His mother turned from her work and gave him a frustrated glare. Red blood Valeria, my beloved. Her eyes slashing through the peaceful morning, a look he was very familiar with. His back muscles tensed up at her sharp eyes connecting with his.
Today is Tuesday. You're in charge of deliveries today.
Huh? No way! You handled them yesterday! So it's Liliana's turn today. Yeah, also I still have surprise Ignato concept.
That was the case until last week. Remember, you asked for this on the schedule. Something about needing an extra break after all the hard work you did this past month.
Mia says, no, truly, how do you even do placeholders already look so expressive? You're a wizard. I will say, it's just being very goofy. It's just the most base necessities for the expression that I need. Matt saying, oh god, it's contagious.
It's spreading.
It's spreading. Soon, oh no, I'm turning into a red concept blob. Doug Starlight saying, oh my god, careful Doug Starlight, you don't want to catch the concept art disease. At her words, Ignato's memories began catching up with him. Remember how he needed to change the family's work schedule, how nervous he had been in asking for it, and how surprisingly accommodating his family had been for it. They're cute for real. I'm really glad to hear that. The flat look of disappointment on his mother's face was clear. All that he could offer was an embarrassed chuckle and an uncomfortable smile. Valeria sighed as she returned to her work, motioning to her son to get his butt off the kitchen counter. Hey, come on, it's the first week! I'm a person of habit. It takes time to get used to changes, you know? Pita here saying, remember Chad, Anastasia's best girl? Hi Pita, nice to see you. Miranda,
Hey.
meow meow meow, nervous in front of his family, how adorable. Oh my god, Miranda, hey, thank you so much for being here. How you doing, bud?
Hello, what's up?
Mia saying, I love Ignato, dumb people get representation we reserve.
Yes.
Also, Pita, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Besides, I did a lot of work last month. The reports around the farm and Anastasia's house weren't easy. Mia, thank you so much for the follow as well. I don't have any notifications for it yet because I was just focused on getting this set up, but I'll be sure to get some alerts done later. Also, this is you, Jess.
Yes. Perhaps you'd have an easier time keeping track if you actually paid attention to things around you. Y'all knew who it is.
You know who it is. He now
Y'all
turned to
knew
face
it.
another person coming down the stairs. A familiar voice already letting him know who it was. Once again, everything here is still on progress. Mia saying again, I'm dumb because I wasn't following. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The fact you're following now, I really appreciate it. Guess I'm not the only one who's... guess I'm not the only oblivious one. Actually, yeah, Miranda, I think it's your first time actually seeing me stream. He saw a woman closer to his age looking at him. A familiar annoyance took over her features. She had become well acquainted with his miserable time management, regardless of how many calendars and planners he used.
Yeah.
There she is! Look at her proper sprite, let's go! Thank you! Also, shout out to my friend Arlene for helping me correct the fact that I accidentally drew her arms way too long before. Studio audience applause. Try not to bark on the chat, says Mia. Buff lady. Yeah, she big. She tough.
Yeah.
As Matt says, big woman. Starlight was not ready. Starlight was not ready. She approached the other household members, offering Nero a gentle tap on his head with her knuckles.
I swear, all those morning tumbles must be doing something to that head of yours. What is it made out of anyway?
He groaned at her unpleasant behavior, rubbing the sore bump on from his crash, his lips tightening a bit at the sting. Ow! Yeah, cut it out! Back to concept Bob.
Oh no.
She caught the disease
Yep.
too.
Yep, looks like it hurts. Hold still, stupid.
Hearing that voice really adds to it, actually. The muscular woman held her hand gently onto Ignaro's forehead. A cold sensation began spreading across his skin. He could feel her soft touch become harder as a small sheet of ice grew onto her palm. She held it in her hand, pressing it against the bump on his head. The cold sensation began to spread, and the pain quickly subsided. However, after a bit of time, Ignaro pushed her hand away, a shiver shooting through his skin. Phew! Still sensitive. Thanks, though.
With how often I have to do this, I'll have to start charging you.
Really, Tilly? Are you so broke you start charging family?
Times are hard, man. If it helps me stay afloat, I'll charge you twice per injury.
God. I'm glad that you're laughing because I also see Mia here saying, I love him so much, I have the biggest smile on my face. No shout out to the writing because the dialogue and banter is extremely chemistry. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy because our voice acting director, Maxi, was saying on stream yesterday how banter can be really hard to write. So I'm really happy that it's written so naturally. Jess, Miranda saying, boy, there's a lot more people in chat than I'm used to. I'm gonna be real. Pita saying, just nipping in before I start gaming. We'll be sure to check out the button when it's up. Thank you so much for staying here, Pita. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Starlight saying that this is fun. I'm really glad you are enjoying it. It'll be a lot more fun when we get the professional voice actors in the booth. Miranda saying, Jess making Tiliana sound so chill. You need to show more that metal sound of yours, Jessica.
No, it's too early. I woke up 2 hours ago.
Well, seize the day. The sun is out.
No, that's your job.
Okay, I'll voice Tiliana. Times are hard, man.
Oh my god. Well, times are about to get harder on you two if you don't help set up the table. Food is almost ready.
I forgot that I actually had set up her annoyed sprite over there on the left. Like, disappointed. We don't get it.
So annoying. So annoying.
That is the face of a mother that's dealt with this for the past 10 years. With that command given, the two quickly moved to begin setting up the dining area. When Ignaro began setting up the plates into place, Tiliana began crushing the coffee beans with her hands, before she prepared the coffee maker above the fireplace.
Say, I didn't hear you come in last night. When did you get back?
Yeah, probably after midnight. Ended up falling asleep in the forest. I just wanted to relax and for a bit and lost track of time.
Is that so? Had I known, I would have told Anastasia you were there. She's looking for you.
Anastasia? Did she say why?
Nope. Blondie just asked for you, and then kept on with her day.
Miranda here saying Valeria has a chill mom vibe. A little bit, yeah. Huh. I'll have to check on her after work then. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Why would it be?
Given the situation with her and her father and Liberamos, I can imagine stuff being stressful on her end.
Those two know how to defend themselves. They've handled Liberamos for years now, so don't overthink it.
Easier said than done. Honestly, Ignaro, relatable. Ignaro stays sour at the thought. He knew his father was right. His friends were capable and probably better prepared than he was in dealing with such a strong political force. Ignaro being... Mia here saying, Ignaro's so real, I would also drop everything to when Anastasia is mentioned.
True.
Yet he couldn't help but worry. He began to feel the pressure of the stress building up in his head.
Since you are in charge of deliveries today, you'll meet with them regardless. There is a package that arrived yesterday from Lucius. Please be sure to take it to the Palacios household.
Palacios.
Okay, I don't remember which was it.
It's Palacios.
Yeah.
It's...
Palacios. Okay.
Think Hispanic.
Okay.
God, Jessica, you don't know how to pronounce Spanish words? What are you, not Hispanic?
Listen, I forget my own characters. Like, I don't even remember. You can't expect me to remember anything.
Fair, 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 fair. All right, consider it done.
Like, I'll legitimately write down the pronunciations. Like, I can never remember.
I have okay. I'll actually now you mentioned that I'll have to talk with Maxi and be like, hey, pronounce everything in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the guide for the voice actors. Everything is pronounced in Spanish. Mia here says, here for a good time. No such thing as object permanence. Fair.
True.
As he smelled his mother with a childlike energy, Tiliana looked at Ignor curiously, a smirk growing upon her lips. Ignor turned to his cousin and narrowed his eyes, a devious smirk as her devious smirk grew. What's up with you?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Just noticing how much of a happy little puppy you are.
I love that face so much. I love that expression for him so much. That is the poutiest little shit I've ever drawn. Ignaro has a crush, says Mia. After some waiting, Valeria placed the food on the table. She had lovingly prepared a set of scrambled eggs with ham, as well as some freshly squeezed orange juice. A simple dish, yet her love and attention to this meal shone in the flavors and smells. Cute, says Starlight. You know. Ignero quickly began eating, hurriedly shoving food into his mouth like a rabid animal. Tilena, for her part, took slower yet huge bites. Valeria ate with a grace of a queen, savoring every little bite she took. Say, she's not here to talk that. Maybe I should want to wake up for a commercial district. Fucking
Just so annoyed. God. Smaller bites, please. I don't speak with your mouth full.
Oops, my bad.
To actually answer your question, if you can get some more coffee, that would be most appreciated. You're starting to run out.
I also like you. Like I wrote that line to actually answer the question. Like you read exactly how I pictured it in my head.
Nice, I see the vision.
You see the vision. Mia says, "I adore them." Thank you. I'm glad. Valeria's more French here. How delicate. Yeah, because you're currently still in. No, you're back in Spain right now, Miranda. Ugh. Yeah, I'll be sure to get some. I don't want to be dealing with your migraines.
You make it sound like it's more torture for you than it is for me.
I choose not to answer that.
Probably the smartest decision you've ever made. Damn. Oh, since you are going to the market, stop by the Luxa's apothecary shop. Hope I said that properly.
You did.
Hotshot has been having the bloody shit since we brought in that food from Lucius.
Boy, I cannot wait for the bloopers. Really? That bad?
Want to switch places for the day and find out? Because I don't know about you, but I'd be very happy not cleaning piles of horse shit today.
Hard pass.
Tiliana, language. Right. Once you go there, be sure to be nice to the Luxa family and their children. They've been giving us a good deal on medications.
Sure thing. I wish we could charge them a bit more given the number of orders they make, but they've always been nice, but always been good to the family. The Mercados, however, can also make patience with them.
The bastards still haven't paid. What gives? Tiliana.
Mia here saying, stupid cousins and exasperated mom is the best dynamic, actually.
Right? I love them. They're so good.
Listen, Ignat and Tiliana are both dumb. It's just Tiliana hugs the one Brinsel a little bit more.
A little bit. Not by much, though.
Not by much, though.
Just hold that thought for a second, please. Proceed. They are deep in Liberal's pockets, getting special treatment. They don't have to pay their taxes and don't have to worry about soldiers tearing down their doors. So what's their damn deal?
Ignero sighed and began spinning his knife. I don't know why they haven't paid yet, but every time it's a new excuse. We'll have to start adding some interest on their tab at this rate. I'll stop by their place to check what's up. If they want the product, they have to do their part.
Just be sure not to be aggressive about it. They work with Libramos, and we're already on thin ice with them as it is. We don't want to make it worse. Heaven knows we don't need any government officials visiting us.
Hold on! Why do I have to be the better man given what they've done to Lagonia? They own most of the seats in the council, and I have to be the nice guy?
Ignaro.
The other woman shot a piercing glare at her son. She would not have him doing some reckless nonsense that would get him killed, even if his words rang true. The cold black eyes... He does have a point. It's just, don't get yourself killed, stupid.
Yeah.
The cold black eyes looking deep into his own brown at once, caused him to shift in his chair while looking away, frustrated. Fine, I'll play nice. But we'll still have to get paid at some point.
On that, I agree. Just keep an eye out for your own safety.
Yeah. Prefects continued without an issue, and without much conversation. There wasn't much time to be messing about. They each had their roles to fill, and only so much time in the day. As the birds sang in the morning sun, the Phoenix family prepared for the day to come. Take the opportunity to drink some water.
True.
Do you have some water, Jessica?
I do, actually.
Good. Making sure. Ignaro prepared the cart for the day's deliveries. Sets of food, bottles of milk, and set of imported cargo were carefully placed upon the wooden vehicle. As he loaded the last heavy box, he let out a loud grunt. A shot of relief traveled through his body as the weight finally left him. Mia says it's so pretty. Thank you so much. This backroom kicked my ass, I'll be honest. Ugh, goodness, his ass! What the hell did Anastasia even order? Might as well be another person with how heavy it is. You did amazing, buddy. Thank you so much, Mia. Delighting, oh my god. Thank you so much, Starlight. I really appreciate it. As he stretched out his spine, he looked around the family farm, across a large open field for the horses and other animals in the ranch to run around. Vegetable gardens and surrounding woods covered the horizon. Nature surrounded the acres of their home, giving it a sense of protection and safety. The smell of the morning dew filled his chest, as an arrhythmic song of the birds and other animals echoed in his ears. As Ignaro took in the sights full of life and peace, the memory of the nightmare crawled back into his mind. The burning houses and the destroyed fields, all seemingly impossible to recover through the flames. Yet, here they were, remade from that tragic night. Kinda hard to think that it was all burned down to nothing 10 years ago. We've worked hard to rebuilding, but there's still more work to be done, especially back in town. Oh no, the boy is traumatized, says Mia. Just a little bit. Maybe I must stop hoarding our money. Could be better by now. As much as I love to bask in the glory and catch a nap, these things ain't gonna deliver themselves. He let a soft whistle from his lips, a short and sweet melody floating through the field of the farm. The melody reached the ears of a tall brown steed that made her way quickly to the source of the song. Don't worry, the horse is gonna have a sprite, I just haven't drawn it yet. The large horse stopped short of trampling Ignaro, who simply laughed as he wrapped his arms around her neck, as she responded with her own neigh of joy. Had a girl, easy! Someone's happy to go on a walk today. The horse trotted towards the front of the cart. She was used to this process. You know, when we first got you were quite a wild little fowl. Glad to see you've matured, little Aurora. The horse headbutted Ignaro's stomach hard enough to knock the air out of his body, making his eyes bulge out of his head. Starlight saying cannot dip in and out, but hell yeah, horse time. Yeah, don't worry about it. She scoffed and awaited the rains that she knew were coming. Dinar, for his part, held onto her to recover from the impact. Nameless horse number 1 fan here. The name is Aurora. Ugh, that crappy little attitude of yours hasn't changed. Ow. He smoothed his way to her head with the reins in hand. Repeat the familiar process of preparing the horse for work. As he worked with the straps around her face, he heard the door of the house open up, with Tiliana rushing with something in hand.
Oh, good. Caught you just in time.
What's up?
I commissioned Tom Brock to make some new gloves for me. Since you're heading out today, do me a solid and see how it's going, okay?
Sure thing, but what happened to the old ones?
Got a bit overused and started breaking apart on me, so I commissioned a new set.
Mia, I'm really glad you like the name, cause holy hell, I spent like months debating on the name for that fucking horse.
I don't really need it, but it sure makes managing my ice magic a lot easier.
I'm surprised that after so long, it's still tough for you to manage. Tiliana scoffed at her cousin, sticking her pointer finger to the sky. Aurora is the name of the Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, it is the name of Sleeping Beauty. Not the reason I chose it, but it is that name, Miranda. Her energy focused around the tip, cooling the surrounding humidity and forming a small coin. Well, you try it again. Her energy focused around the tip of her finger, cooling the surrounding humidity, and a small coin of ice took form. It remained perfectly balanced on Tiliana's finger before she flipped the newly formed coin, cut it, and crushed it in her powerful grip.
Don't get the wrong idea. I can manage just fine. Been training for years now. But we all have our limits. Just so happens those gloves help me go a bit farther than my own.
Tiliana here trying to just show up like, it's not a problem, dumbass, dude.
Yeah, like, this is fine. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about it, man.
Mia here saying, big buff ladies doing magic and I have to pretend to be normal? My god, Mia. If you say so. What was the envelope, though?
Oh, it's a payment. He usually takes it up front, but he made an exception for this case. Something about it not being a tough job.
Starlight saying, Mia's relatable, la Mao. Okay, I will say, when I first designed Tiliana, literally every lesbian in the group chat that we were at, Jessica, you remember? They were all like her, though.
Good.
Thank you, homosexuality, says Mia. In your case, Jessica, I do remember you liking Tiliana a lot, though I think in your case it was less the lesbianism and more, yay, cool lady in purple.
Yeah.
Edgy colors.
Yeah, not like that, but I think she's very cool. I love her.
Yeah. Have you seen her, says Mia. Yes, I have. I had to draw those biceps like 1,000 times to get them right. Woman, says Starlight. Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I added some extra in there for you.
That wink's for the ladies. Huh? How come?
With how Liberamos is jacking up the prices as of late, better to have more in your wallet than what you actually need. It's not much, especially with how the coin is as worthless as it gets, but it should make things easier in case of anything.
True. I've heard some people are even now using coins from other kingdoms to pay what... Let me try again. True. I've heard some people are even now using coins from other kingdoms to pay since they're actually worth something. Hopefully I don't need it. Thanks, Tilly.
Don't mention it. Just take care out there, okay? Those Liberamos rats are always up to something.
Worst comes to worst, I got my knife on me. So I'll be fine. You keep the farm safe, okay?
As if any of those shitheads could be a threat to me. That pit of death at the barn, now that's the real reason to worry.
Good thing you know how to hold your breath, then. The two cousins gave each other a short yet warm embrace before going their separate ways. As Ileana jogged her way to the barn, Ignato headed towards the exit of the farm, pulling the reins of his horse, Aurora. Mia here saying, I held it on for as long as I could, so I just have to say, "Woof, woof, woof." She got that dog in her. You got that dog in her, god damn. We already have Pete over here. Well, actually, speaking of dogs. As Ignato reached the exit, however, he heard a loud, high-pitched bark in the distance. It's Mia! The man turned to see a short, white dog run to him, his tongue hanging in the air as he dashed towards Ignato at blinding speed, resembling a bunny more than a dog. Max, you want to join? The dog answered with a short bark, as it ran in place for a moment before sitting at Ignato's feet, who lowered himself at the animal's level and gently patted its head. Max responded by tilting his head in the direction of the affection. Thanks for coming. I appreciate the company. Just make sure that you and Aurora play nice, okay? Both animals responded with their own respective sounds as the trio made their way before the trio made their way out of the farm, down the hills that led to the capital of the city. Down the hills that led to the capital city of Lumisa. I know how to read my own text. Thank you very much. Once again, everything here is still placeholder, and here we have some of the backgrounds drawn by Tamafry and by Jessica.
Oh shit, it's me.
Yeah, it's you. Since for here now it's going to be Nato mostly talking, Jessica, you want to take a narration for a bit?
Sure. Okay. Hopefully I don't get tongue twisted.
I did it a bunch. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Alright. Lumisa, capital city of the Republic of Lagonia, located to the south of the country of Selnia. Hidden within the mountains and forest, a place once fully in tune with nature. From the hills upon which Ignato walked, he could see the capital resting in nature's embrace, its damaged architecture nestled within the trees and hills. Houses and farms for wheat, rice, and corn adorned the green horizon, acting as little landmarks for those traveling across the endless forest.
Sorry.
The farmhand walked and observed his city with soft eyes, focusing on the castle towards the political district.
I'm so sorry. I'm still recovering from COVID.
Oh yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling 1,000 times better, but like I'm still having a couple like the coughing symptoms.
Yeah, it's always the freaking cough. It doesn't go away.
It's the worst. It's the worst. Miranda here saying, "Love that in nature's embrace line."
Right?
It's so
Love
cozy
that.
feeling.
I want to be embraced by nature.
Then go outside and touch some grass. Then.
I will after this.
Yay!
Because I do need more sunlight.
Sunlight. Very pastoral, says Miranda.
Wait, what? Hold on, I have to switch between tabs. Yeah. Yeah, I have to keep switching tabs here.
Good thing I have like 3 monitors.
Yeah, I only have one. Alright. I hope I say this properly. Castle Borita is still
Yes.
standing tall. Cool. Even as time and age eroded its physical form. A familiar and yet disturbing sight, as the memory of the castle and city still intact before the fire remained in his head. Flags held high, and joyous sound echoing all through the mountains. Now only the harmony of nature is heard through voices that are anything but human.
Not much change today. Much change today either, huh?
He let out a heavy breath as his grip on the reins loosened slightly. As he looked upon his hometown, a weight pulled on his heart as he imagined how the people in the city are doing, their days once again guided by Libramos' iron grip. The winds blew without care as his eyes stared unseen.
You think they'll be able to fix it? With how things are going, my future child will be running the farm before Lagonia improves in any way.
Oh god, it's a close-up of my grass.
Yeah, honestly, here's the thing. This was me trying to show off the background a little bit, just to like have like this emotional mood scene. I appreciate how fucking detailed you are in your backgrounds because it allows me to do this shit.
True. True, true. Yes, I did put a lot of detail in that grass.
I appreciate it. Starlight saying Ignato sad face. Yeah, he's going through it.
Yeah.
I know Gustavo and Unidad party are trying, but it's the same site day after day. I actually wonder how long we'll be able to stay here if this continues. We don't exactly have many good options. Either we stay here and try to survive, or go somewhere else and start from scratch. It's not like the other kingdoms are very welcoming to outsiders either.
The animals couldn't offer an answer. They just looked on as they felt the sadness overtaking their human.
Starlight saying the background looks great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would things be easier if he was here? No. Whether Dad was here or not, it's not like his presence would fix things as it is. Doesn't help that he's a scumbag. The scumbag's the one that burned it all in the first place.
The dog whined at the sad tone of his master, and the horse bumped onto the man with her face to try and lift his spirits. He chuckled and offered both a soft pat on their respective heads. A warm sensation spread from his chest, unlike the heavy weight from before. Even after they heard his laughter, they continued trying to console him. It was all they could do, Max getting on his hind legs and Aurora rubbing her face against Ignato.
All right, that's enough, you two. You haven't even started working, and you're gonna get me all. You're gonna make me sweat. We'll play around more later. But for real, thanks, you two. You're right. Can't let the activity get the better of me, can I?
With renewed energy, Ignato tugged on the reins and took strides down the hill, walking towards the town, a quickened step guiding his direction.
Also, Starlight giving me that. Oh my god. Also, here is where the background's still in progress. This line art here was done by the amazing spicy Mexican boy.
Oh man, it looks good already.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one rendering this one because I want Tama to work on some of the more nature backgrounds coming soon.
Nice. Okay. It didn't take long for them to arrive at the southern gate of town, leading into the residential district. A large wooden archway greeted him, with the phrase "Welcome Home" painted in yellow and black with flowers adorning it. As Ignato and his group made their way through the streets, kids ran in, out, and in between the houses. Some carried wooden toys in hand, running either to their school or to meet up with their friends.
Miranda here saying that it looks very impressive without the colors. Yeah, like that's part of the reason why I chose to work with Spicy Mexican Boy, because his line work is obscenely good. Like he was doing some studies for, I want to say, his art school, and they were just magnificent. Like I had to get this guy on the team. Well, you see that Ramos hasn't killed everybody's joy yet.
As the day began, he could see different people filling the streets and going about their daily lives. Some worked hard on repairing their homes, others rushed towards the commercial district, and others talked amongst themselves, including a group of older women, which formed a clique to the side of the road. In front of a house with a white and sky blue banner hanging from the wall, an older woman looked away from the group and waved to Ignato. Oh, Ignato, good morning.
The only complete sprite that we have. The only one.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miss Maura, your favorite town aunt.
Oh, yeah. She's here.
Miranda saying, happy you have such great teammates. Starlight saying that it's super impressive. Yeah, I'm lucky to have the teammates that I have. And Starlight saying she's cute. Thank you. I really want to create that, like, auntie you go to after school to hang out kind of vibe with her.
Yeah.
Morning, Miss Maura. Got delivery just for you.
Oh, lucky me. Delivered by such a nice young man, too. With a roll of his eyes, the farmhand jumped into the cart, pulling out a small box of 6 bottles of cow milk. He whistled loudly, causing Aurora to stop right in her tracks. Ignato left from the vehicle and walked towards Mara and her friends. As he hands her the package, Mara gives Ignato a kiss on the cheek, which he returns to her, giving the other women the same treatment.
then maybe you can add a nice little extra bonus for that nice young man. Miranda saying the kind of auntie who gives you cookies and tacos after school. Yes, actually.
Yeah.
100%. This lady, you will go to her house and she will make you diablito sandwiches and then make you some chicha.
Mm. It already costs 7,450 dolk, son. If it was cheaper, I'd gladly add some extra.
Where's the shad? Still, I appreciate your support.
You're the one getting me the milk. I can make some good arroz con leche now. Would you like to stay and have some?
You tempt me. But I have more work to do. With how things are, 7,450 dogs will probably only be enough to get me a snack.
Well, if you come back before the kids do, I'll be sure to save a small portion for you and your family.
I'll gladly take you up on that offer. Can't promise I'll leave much for Tiliana, though.
Come on, don't be a jerk. At least save some for your mom, okay? Oh, and tell her the get-together is happening 2 days from now.
Right, ladies' night out. I'll let her know. I do have to get going, though. If I don't finish these orders, Man Tilly will make this hell seem like a paradise.
With the same affectionate hugs and kisses, he ran back to his cart, clapping as he landed, commanding his large steed forward.
Miranda saying Tiliana telling Ignato across the house, I'm watching you, don't touch my arroz con leche. Hijo de puta.
Aurora's hose clacked on the ground as she pulled out a list of names with their orders written next to each of them. His eyes scanned down quickly to see which of his clients were the closest to him.
Roques is probably the closest. Everyone's so scattered, though. Oh well, might as well go there first. The roast beef and chicken thighs coming right up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, color. This one was by your boy.
Color. With one hand on the reins, he guided his steed across the streets of town. Some of the people smiled at him and waved as he continued.
I'm really glad that you like the music, Matt. For context, have you said how old Ignato is? Ignato is in his early 20s. He's, I want to say, either 20 or 21, if I remember correctly. Matt saying about to the music. This song called Mi Bella Legonia. I'm the main composer for all the tracks here. For this soundtrack, for this song in particular, I went out of my way to compose as Venezuelan of a sound as I could. Also, yeah, you recognize this art, Matt, because you're the one that made it. For context, I made the colors, Matt did the sketch for it. Mia says shapes and colors. Yes, my favorite flavor.
Yep. He answered in kind, even as his right hand remained close to his thigh, where he holstered his knife. Even as he continued offering friendly smiles to those around him, his eyes remained alert of his surroundings. His hand on the reins was tense, gripping the leather as if his life depended on it.
There.
He caught sight of a couple of men standing by one of the shops, their eyes shifting back and forth between each other in the street. By their smiles and curious eyes, he could tell they were looking to steal from some of the unsuspecting passers-by. Like beasts looking for their next meal, they hunted carefully, weighing their options before taking decisive action. Ignato felt his neck tense up as their eyes remained fixated on them.
Miranda mentioning, oh, 20, huh? Different from the typical teenage years of most shonen series. Yeah, that's actually something that I actually wanted, where I understand that a lot of shonen and a lot of anime normally goes into like the high school ages due to popularity and like the kind of thing, but also because it is a big transition period. But I also feel, and I think a good chunk of us can agree with this, the 20s are also a very much a transition period. Because, yeah, you're going from teenager into adulthood technically through your teen years. But in your 20s, you're learning what being an adult even means. And I feel that's going to be part of the themes that I explore with Ignato and the others as the story goes on. Mia saying, the only placeholders, but I can already tell, they're little bitches. Yes.
That they are.
Wait, what?
That they are.
That they are, yes. Starlight saying, Rio Lamau. To be honest, as somebody in his 30s, I'm already coming I'm tired of coming of age stories. Also understandable. My idea with this isn't really coming of age story, but it is exploring that aspect of growing up to an extent. Mia saying hobbits were the ones who had it right when they said somebody's an adult when you're like 36. I feel it really depends from person to person, and we can argue on this all day. At least for me, I truly felt like I became an adult when I was 23. Like I turned 18, I was like, okay, I'm an adult, and then 23 hit me. I'm like, wait, I'm an adult. Miranda here saying nice considerations. Many people don't know what they're doing until after they feel adult. Until puta madre. Don't know what they're doing until after they turn into adults, at least physically. Yes, like it takes time for people to get used to the idea of what adulthood even means, and even adults themselves. Like probably ask your parents, "Hey, what's it mean to be an adult?" Or probably say, "Motherfucker, I'm still learning."
Yeah. Alright, I'll switch him back here. Okay.
No worries.
He tried to hide how much he was looking at them by pretending his attention was on the road.
Haven't noticed me.
Eventually, one of the men spotted their next mark in the distance. He motioned his companion and both blended into the crowd, disappearing from Ignato's sight. The farmhand knew what they'd do. He had seen it happen plenty of times. They'd follow the person and stalk them until they dropped their guard. When they had the chance to take what doesn't belong to them, they'd strike.
Great to see how things have fallen. I already had my satchel taken a couple of times. If these are already out, I'll have to stay on my guard.
As he looked around for potential threats, he noticed the red flag with a familiar white crest, flying proudly above one of the houses. He glared at the flag, mocking him and everyone else in town. The bright red hurt his eyes. Its mere existence was terrible enough. The symbol of Liberamus's power waved proud and high.
Especially since those bastards are more than happy to let all this happen.
Ignatov gave himself a small chance to breathe, trying to relax a little and offer smiles to those he served. Yet his heart continued to pound, leaving him struggling for air with every beat.
Mia in the chat, boo, fascist pigs!
Yeah, boo! We ate them. Ugly.
And also saying parents who admit that they're still learning are actually pretty great. Here.
Mm-hmm. It did not deter him. However, he continued moving forward.
Nothing much that can be done. Just gotta focus and try to make it through the day.
Excuse me. Okay.
No worries.
He continued his deliveries, a large smile on his face and a joyful tone to his voice, regardless of who he was delivering to. Some were equally friendly, talking his ear off about whatever topic sprang to mind. Others were more detached, preferring a quick business-like transaction to get back to work.
Miranda here saying the red and yellow flag reminds her of the Spanish flag. Yeah, it is the same colors, not intentional.
Ignata did his best to maintain the positive attitude for as long as he could, but he continued to check for any potential threats, be it thieves or Librama soldiers. Ooh, what happened here?
What happened?
My screen did something weird.
On which screen?
Because I had the stream full screen in Discord, I mean, and then it, like, made it smaller. I don't know. I might have hit something.
Everything alright?
Anyway. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Alright. He wondered if there was someone watching him, like those men had done before. For as much as he wanted to remain calm, for the sake of his family and the farm, he had to stay alert. Okay, I'm actually gonna go get some more water. So we'll both be right back. Alright.
hope you all enjoyed that song. Jessica, are you there?
Yep, I'm here now.
Awesome. Let's see what the chat said before we transition back. Matt says bathroom break. Mia saying that sometimes they cut commercials. I think it is respectful here, but not thinking you're not too beautiful. Miranda saying it's one of her favorite drawings. Starlight says bread. Yep, we have in this illustration I have bread, pequeños, empanadas, sandwiches. We have a bunch of everything here. And Miranda's also saying, I love how carefree they look, so feeling for I'll be right back. Honestly, that's why I chose it. Like, I was debating what illustrations to use, and I didn't know. And this was just like, this one has to be for the BRB.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Starlight also says that the song that we're listening to is a lovely song. Thank you very much. This is one of the relationship songs for the game between Inato and somebody else. I wonder who it could be. The name of the song... You know who it is, and I know that you know, but do you know that I know that you know? The song is titled Mientras que late mi corazón, or something around the lines of oh, you cannot hear us too well because the music's too loud. 1 second. Okay, the song that you were hearing was called So Long As My Heart Beats, Contaría de mi corazón, and it is one of the relationship themes in the game between Ignato and somebody else. Who? I mean, I know, but Jessica knows, but do you know? Because I know that you know, but do you know that I know? But yeah, I noticed actually towards the end the music was way too loud. It was starting to peak at points.
Oh, yeah. But we're good now, right?
Yeah, we're back into the game, and so, fair warning, the song in here, it is placeholder, because I just need to remind myself, okay, a certain song has to be here. But the song you're gonna hear is probably a bit too hype for what I want right now.
Alrighty.
Let's continue.
Mm-hmm. His travel stopped in front of a smaller house with an extra side workshop. The house is decorated differently from those in the residential district, being right on the corner between it and the commercial district. On top of the entrance was a large sign that read Lucio Metalworks.
Metal.
Ignato hopped off his cart and smiled as he approached the house, noticing the chimney exuding smoke from the very top of the workshop. Y'all know who it is?
Mia says, please give me music.
But...
I mean, some do, but do you?
Some do, but some might not.
True.
Yeah, you're gonna find out. Because I know who.
Hard at work, eh?
He loudly knocked on the door and rang the bell that hung from the wall. In response, he could hear heavy metallic objects being dropped and put down by someone. The smoke continued to burn through the chimney as Ignato could hear quick steps make their way from the workshop to the entrance.
Come in, just 1 second.
Yeah.
It's the boy.
Yeah. Door opened to reveal a tall man with a charming smile and relaxed eyes that made one's heart swoon.
Well. Didn't expect to see you. Wasn't your mom in charge of deliveries today? Hey there! That was a change in schedule. The man, the myth, the legend, so handsome. Yeah, the concept art here doesn't do him any favors. Fair enough. Blacksmith update needed. I mean, there he is.
There he is.
Just a bit of an update needed.
The two men embraced with large smiles on their faces. Tom rocked his best not to dirty Ignato's clean clothes.
Woof woof, says Mia.
As they stepped back, Ignato pointed to his nose. Tomrock chuckled, wiping out the dirt on his face.
Good to see you, man. So, what brings you to my neck of the woods? It's going to bring you Liliana's payment for those gloves you're working on. She seemed excited about how it was turning out. Yep, my boy here is tall, Starlight. Tomrock is about 6'2". With good reason. I only happen to offer the best services in town. No biggie. And how much for you to turn down the ego? More than what you can afford, Iggy. Anyway, the gloves are done. They're just cooling off for a bit. Meow, with emphasis. Woof, woof. And Starlight like, damn, jeez. Clean off? They're just gloves. Fabric, right? What? Did you turn into gauntlets? As if your cousin needs any more reinforcement for that beastly strength of hers. Nah, there's a metal plating inside of the material. That's where the real magic happens. Figuring the runes, using the right metal, that's the fun part. He's paying good money for it, so it needs to be perfect. Get a single rune wrong and poof, there goes the magic. And that's part of the services I provide. If you say so. So, she'll be able to get them today then. I don't want her getting mad at me because you didn't finish it on schedule.
The blacksmith nodded and stretched a bit, feeling his spine pop a couple of times from the effort.
I'm perfectly on schedule. You, on the other hand, don't need any help pissing her off. I take no responsibility for that nonsense. As far as the gloves, you can probably pick them up after you're done with your deliveries. Mia here saying, lovely stream to show years of progress and my speech is rendered to actual barking shame. Listen, that just means I did a good job at making my characters hot as fuck. Actually, speaking of that, how much work you got left today? I woke up early to finish an order. It's done, so let's wait for the client to pick it up. I do have other orders, but I got some time before those deadlines. Major success, says Mia. Starlight saying, hey, you got your feelings across. Great! I got some shopping to do. And make some more... I have to do some shopping and make some more deliveries. Wanna come with? The animals are a nice company, but they can't exactly answer back. Sure, why not? Should probably do some groceries anyway. Hard to focus when you're hungry.
Sure.
Let me get changed, alright? What your head, but not like this.
Ignano took the opportunity to hand Tombrock his payment for Tiliana's gloves. As quickly as he appeared, the taller man made his way inside his workshop to turn off this furnace and get changed.
Mia, he knows he's hot and he will show it off.
Oh yeah.
His battle gear has man titty.
The farmhand waited, resting against one of the pillars of Tombrock's home.
Miranda saying, no, Starlight saying, we're so lucky. Miranda saying, what a fun jerk. And Mia saying, man booba real, not clickbait? Yes, he has man cleavage.
Oh yeah.
He works really hard. It's not really easy running a business here. Yet he's still going. Pretty admirable, honestly. Should probably save some cash in order to order something from him. I don't know, maybe a cool sword or some maintenance for my knife. People wonder why it's the best visual novel ever. Okay, we're still early on. Oh, I'm...
Whoa.
Don't worry about it. There we go.
As he pondered, he noticed his pet staring at him, their unmoving eyes meeting his. Though hard to tell, he could somehow feel their judgment and frustration with him.
Don't you people laugh at me in the chat. Don't laugh at me. I'm not insecure.
It was intentional.
You totally planned. It was part of the script, actually.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen.
Don't worry, Maxi. When you see a gray screen when you're directing the voice actors, don't worry about it. That's part of the script. What? Did it come in about you guys get to you? It's still like I'm wrong here.
The animals responded in a way not dissimilar to a scoff as they turned away from him, looking around the village as their owner felt a sense of defeat wash over him.
Mia saying I'm a paid actor who just got paid to give them a cue. Just real quick, do I know how cursed I am in Plane 14?
Brain rot.
Just you have the brain rot. I just have to press space to continue the dialogue. My fingers are on the WASDA.
Oh boy.
I am broken.
Eventually, the wooden door opened once more.
Yes, saying gamer moment? Yes.
Oh yeah. The cleaned up and well-dressed Tombrock stepped out, now properly dressed in a manner that suited his suave looks. Before he could leave the house, however, he checked himself and realized a mistake.
Whoops, I knew I was forgetting something.
The man swung his arm, and from within the house, a black and white hat flew through the rooms, landing gently on the blacksmith's head.
All clear. You really like that hat, huh? I can pull it off. Pull off the look. You? Not so much. Get bit, pet donkey. I'll think on it. Anyway, shall we get going? Sure thing. Hop on. I'm still so proud of Ignat to just staying to Tamra go get fucked by a donkey.
It never gets old.
The banter's so fun, lol. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I love them.
I'm so happy the banter's good, because like good banter really adds, bad banter takes away.
So true. So true.
The alarm, sorry, what?
Yeah, we don't get into that right now.
Nice background says.
Anyway.
Nice background says Miranda. Thank you. This was actually done by our artist Debug Frog. They did a lot of like mixture like 3D and 2D to make this happen. Doug Starlight saying real. Yes. Mia saying I'm literally giddy at every character interaction. They're all adorable. I'm so happy to hear that.
Oh. Alright.
Here we go.
The two men rode on the cart with Ignato holding the reins for the horse. While Tombrock laid back, he let Max rest on his lap. They made their way through the commercial district, different salespeople calling out to passers-by, selling all kinds of wares such as food, fruits, clothing, and even weapons. The town is lively, though the prices were high enough to ward off outsiders, but for the locals, these prices had become the norm. While some lazily browsed the stores, others frantically hurried to complete their shopping list. Some shops even had lines forming that reached all the way to the other side of the district.
I managed to get some of the stuff Ma wrote down the shopping list. Need to get some of that coffee for her though. How about you? I just need to get some veggies and some iron. They should be farther in. Gotta say, surprised you agreed to come along. Maybe you have to continue working or trying to sell to people.
The blacksmith shrugged as he adjusted his hat and leaned his head back, enjoying the warm breeze that flew by.
I do commission work, my friend. I don't care about making general purpose tools. Only something that's unique to my client. Think of it like this. If I make 1,000 samey swords, sure, people will buy, but nobody will recognize it beyond its utility. But if every customer gets their own unique weapon, now that's something worth remembering. Suppose that's less wasted material if people don't buy from you. See, you're getting it. No use having a bunch of swords on display that don't grab people's attention. Still, it's a pretty niche market. Perhaps, but it gives me more time, more of a chance to explore the craft. Who knows? Maybe we make something that'll be remembered in the history books. Mia says, Tombrock Environmental King. Starlight saying, a true businessman. Yes. Yes to both. What? You're trying to make the next legendary weapon? You yourself told me how hard it would be to make something on that tier. Not sure I want to make something on the same level as the Okinarian Earthcutter. Those things are what help the structure of my home. I simply want to make something that'll get people talking. Did you hear? That Tombrock guy made a spear that could break even through the strongest Lucian shield. Now that's something that would bring eyes to the workshop. The two genders, says Mia. With more eyes on me, easier to find information about the other Varunians like yours truly. I'm surprised that after all this time you haven't found much. You think after 10 years you find something about what happened to the other people of Baron. It's like I haven't found anything at all. Supposedly there's some hiding in the Green Forest Sanctuary. But since I don't have access, I can't go see for myself. Pretty annoying, honestly. There are rumors scattered here and there. Some say that they were captured by Lucius, and others say they gave up their faith and land to move up to the plains. So, you want to get into a sanctuary to get more of a concrete direction? Attaboy. We should try making something like Argidelian. Then, they'd have to grant me access to the sanctuary. Argidelian, huh?
Ignato's face soured at the mention of the holy saber of flames, Argidelian. He knew how real that blade was, and he knew how deep it can cut. He thought back to the man who owned the blade previously, the man who burned his town, who gave him the scars on his chest. He remembered the blade hanging over him, the burning metal that pierced his flesh, his muscles and organs all screaming in agony as the fire tore him apart.
Oi, Ignato, hey!
At the behest of his friend, Ignato's mind came back to reality, able to now see the chaos before him. While in his thoughts, Aurora had stuck her head inside one of the kiosks and had begun having her way with the vegetables inside. Hey, imbecile, get your horse out of my store. She's eating my merchandise.
Huh?
Ignato's eyes bulged in horror as his loyal steed feasted with a berserk hunger. The people around watched in surprise. The farmhand desperately tugged at the reins of the horse, struggling against the creature's muscular neck. All Tom Brock could do was sink into his seat, his friend's misery echoing through the district.
Katuyepu, blessed be your grace. Whoa, back, girl, back!
Oi, Phoenix, the hell do you think you are doing? I hope the goddess shits on your crops, asshole.
Hey! Sorry, no need to bring her holiness into this. Here, let me pay you back. Aurora, stop! It's gonna cost you $1,000. Come on! The horse was hungry. Miranda saying... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna keep reading.
Okay, yeah, no, just looking here at chat. Miranda saying good voice acting. Thank you. Starlight being like, Lamau, what is happening? Aurora, Mia saying, Aurora's actually the main character of the story now. Sorry. She's gonna have her fun season here. That was iconic.
Yeah, now she's taking over the story. It's her script now.
I guess I'll have to redraw that concept art then. Give her Argidelian. Argideleon.
Alright. The duo continued onward, shopping and making deliveries as they went by. Ignato's shoulders still slumped in defeat ever since he paid for the damages. Tom Brock happily ate a mango he had bought on the way.
Mia here shooting me with Symphony's actually a My Little Pony AU. Never in my days did I ever think I would read that as a sentence, yet here I am.
God.
Here's the thing, it would be adorable to see them as ponies, but like, no. Everybody says me.
Max attempted to cheer his human up by cuddling it to the man's lap, but had little success, letting out a whimper.
$1,000. Down the drain. Just like that. Well, at least now you know not to get lost daydreaming. I wasn't daydreaming. Clearly. You just let Aurora have a feast of overpriced carrots because it seemed like a fun idea at the time. Now, how about talking to me about what happened? Nothing. Just got distracted for a moment. Yeah, that part was pretty obvious. You definitely left us there for a bit. Gonna guess it had to do with little old Argidelian, didn't it? Little Argidelion, no?
A silence fell over them, the name of the sword hanging in the air.
He looks so traumatized. That's so funny, said Mia. Well, speaking of trauma...
Ignato shifted in his seat, looking down at the dog on his lap. Tom Brock fixed his hat and closed his eyes, letting out a heavy sigh.
The one time I didn't want to be right. Sorry, should have thought about that. It's not your fault. If anything, you should be getting better about it. Hey, none of that. It was a pretty traumatic experience. Can't blame you for having a rough time with it. You had your whole kingdom destroyed, and you seem no worse for wear. The black... Oh, wait, that's you.
The blacksmith silently pointed to his glass eye, causing Ignato to shift uncomfortably in his seat.
Sorry, not what I meant. I know.
Tom Brock rested his arms behind his head, shimmying in his seat to get more comfortable.
Mia here saying, wait, what's happening? Where did my silly little banter boy go? Starlight saying, boys, trauma. Mia also saying, damn you for writing a complex story. Miranda saying, such sad and adorable eyes.
As he closed his eyes, the distant sounds of the howling crowds faded into the background.
But just because I know how to hide it better doesn't mean it doesn't affect me. The war crisis left scars on all of us. I lost my eye to an enemy. Your scars came from your old man.
Ignato looked away from his friend and remained silent for a bit. The sound of the town and the hooves of the horse filled his ears, piercing and unrelentingly loud. Even the sweet smell of food, like tequeños or chicha, was nothing more than a dizzying concoction of aggression to his senses.
It's more infuriating than anything. The lack of answers. I saw him there. I still don't know what happened. One moment the town's okay, and the next thing you know, we're on the rubble. Well, eventually one has to turn the page on that lack of answers. It's not like the answers are gonna come to you. Nor will the answers be easy to swallow. Yeah, but it'd be better than nothing. Anything is better than this. Even if I don't learn exactly what happened, I need more than what I do now. Besides, it's not like you're giving up on your search either.
Tombrock opened his eyes and looked up to the sky with a thoughtful expression, taking another bite of his mango as he considered Ignato's words. It was true. His home had been burned away by the war, and he continued to search for survivors of his kingdom, even with what little he had found.
Well, I suppose we're both pretty much stuck on a path without an end. I think the gods have been able to find bits of information here and there, but pretty hard to find answers on a man that burned all their traces away and disappeared off the face of the earth. Maybe. But still, I don't think I'll be able to move on until I have answers, or at least something resembling it. You have a question, it clouds your thoughts. When you have an answer, even a bad one, you put it to the back of your mind. But meanwhile, that question lingers, it festers, it screams at you.
Both men remained silent once again, the wheels of the cart crunching the earth below and squeaking as they continued rolling forward. They became numb to the sounds around them as a heavy sheet of melancholy covered both of them, even with the cheerful voices of the salespeople around them. Max once again attempted to cheer up his owner by getting on his hind legs and licking Ignato's face, but the man barely reacted.
Sorry, this probably wasn't what you had in mind when I invited you to hang out. It happens, Ignato. Better to at least go through the misery together. Miranda saying, gotta find the answer yourself, kid. Mia saying, no, boys, come on, somebody give them soup. And Starla saying, Max, give that doggo a heart. The heavens know that I'd lose my sanity if I didn't have you guys when I moved to Lagonia. Well, you were all alone back then. Least I could do was help you out a little. And don't you deserve the same?
Ignato tried to think of a response. He knew that Tombrock had a point. Friends were there to support one another and help carry the weight of life, even if the man's own heart told him otherwise. But before Ignato could respond,
God!
He was smacked in the face with a round object hard enough to knock him off balance. The sudden tumble startled Aurora, who was almost ready to gallop away in a panic. Tombrock, however, grabbed her reins and stopped her, calming her down as Ignato struggled back into seat.
No more of that.
Ignato pulled himself up as he rubbed his head, groaning from the strength of the strike. He looked down to find a bright green apple, now dented from the impact. Max began barking loudly and ran off in the direction of the assailant. Both men watched the dog's frantic running as he reached a small stand, being tended by two young girls, both redheads, though very different in their attire.
Free apple sweet, says Starlight.
Okay, I had to switch tabs again.
No worries.
Hell, there was no need for that. Maybe, but it was funny. You saw his face, and the sound he made. Funny?
Yes.
Ignato hopped off his cart and made his way to the kiosk with a frustrated look on his face. The red bump from the strike was clearly visible on his forehead as he rested his hands on the store's display table before the two young girls.
Quite the funny little thing, ain't ya?
Maybe. Seriously, you make the funniest sounds.
Miranda saying, there, my cuties! Well, I bet it'll be very funny when I tell your parents about how you're throwing stuff at people. Bet they'll laugh to hear that. Mia here saying, Ignato having beef with children, I love it.
He's beefing with kindergartners. But actually, how old are they?
8-year-olds.
Okay.
I mean,
So close.
here's the thing
They're
though.
elementary school.
Kids will fuck you up. Let's be real here. Kids will fuck you up.
They're kind of scary though. Like, really.
This dude would drag Ignato on TikTok and he would not be able to ever recover.
Oh god. No. Please, Mr. Ignato, there's no need for that. Vero, please just apologize. He wouldn't. Be a coward.
The temptation I had to write you pussy at the end, not gonna lie. Mia says, the real enemy isn't fascism, it's 8-year-old girls. Miranda says, and that's why you gotta consider kids as your equal. True. Try me, you little! Alright, that's enough.
Before Ignato and Vero could continue their scuffle, the taller man pulled his friend back by the neck of his shirt, with Ignato trying to break free. Vane, for her part, picked up Max in her arms and hugged him as Vero stuck her tongue out at Ignato.
You're in your 20s and you're picking fights with children? Mia here saying, Ignato, please. They're all children, actually. Honestly, though?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the one that got an apple throughout their head. Also, I love the fact that they both have the exact same pose, honestly.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I noticed this yesterday and I'm just like, God. Miranda here says, Vero, you're saying as if I need to try. Mia and Starlight saying that it's cute that they share poses. Uh-huh.
Tombrock finally let go of his friend and placed the green apple on the stand. He smiled at the girls, wondering how to best approach the conflict.
Now, Vero. I know it's not nice to throw things at people. Didn't you get into trouble a month back for breaking a window?
Yeah.
And what did you break it with?
An apple. Not wanting to risk any more damage, Ignato took the apple and began quickly eating it.
Mia says, Tombrock placeholder not fitting the frame is something that can be so personal. Now I'm curious what you mean by that.
We're sorry, Mr. Tombrock. We were just concerned for you too.
Big man dude, woof woof. Now I see, I get it. Jessica Miranda says, just sounds so cute when she says, an apple.
An apple.
Concerned? What's there to be concerned about?
I don't know, but you two looked so sad. Me and Vera wondered what was happening, and she ended up throwing that apple.
That's a decision. Starlight saying, hey Tombrock, how about you save some leg room for the rest of us? Damn.
Right?
Honestly, give me let me be a few inches taller. I'd be down for that.
It's annoying, okay? I don't like seeing people sad. At least that way, you aren't crying like a bunch of babies.
What kind of mentality is that? Pretty sure that looks at doctors don't work under that mindset. At least I hope so. Besides, did we really look that bad?
Uh-huh. You looked so upset. I thought you were going to cry at one point.
Both men wait.
Both men.
God damn it.
Wait, what?
I was kind of reading the narration like a dumbass, my bad.
Oh. Unless you want to take it.
I can take it for a little bit here. Cause the next scene will be mostly dudes, so I can take it from here. Both men shuffled awkwardly in place. They hadn't expected their conversation to have such a visible effect on them. The girls were right. The topic was upsetting and it was not something that could be easily managed. Every inch of Lumisa was just another reminder of what they had gone through. Starlight saying the girls are adorable. I'm so glad they were so hard to work on. I was like, how the fuck do I write children? How the fuck do I draw children? Eventually, though, Ignado leaned down and gave Vero a gentle pat on the head. Thanks, Vero.
Eh?
You were trying to cheer us up. In your own way, at least. That's what I'm getting, yeah?
I guess.
Well, I appreciate the support. But there are better ways to help than throwing apples, you know?
But Mom got mad when I threw rocks.
How about you stop throwing stuff? It is easier to talk to a person about what they're going through.
Won't that be a bother? I'm pretty sure it would be less of a bother than throwing stuff at someone, Vero.
Right. So, if you promise to stop throwing things, I promise to tell your parents. Deal? Mia saying this is too fucking funny. Miranda saying I love their logic. Wait, I'm the one reading narration. Vero felt a blush creep across her cheeks as Ignado offered a genuine and gentle smile. His face was sweet, a smile radiating like the light of the sun. He took a moment to consider her options, her brow furrowed in deep thought. Eventually, after some deliberation, she stretched her pinky finger into the farmhand.
Pinky swear?
Pinky swear it is. Mia says, I let out an actual laugh when Vero complained that she can't throw rocks at people. I've had Vero and Vane for 5 minutes, but if anything happened to them, I'd kill everybody in this room and then myself. Miranda loves the blush, and Starlight saying, that's kid logic for real.
Yep.
Both Ignado and Vero linked their fingers and chuckled at their promise was made. Max barked happily while Tomrak relaxed his hands into his pockets. All will that ends well, suppose. Seriously, what goes through children's minds sometimes? As Ignado and Vero moved apart, the little girl scratched the back of her head. The blush grew on her face as she looked away from the two men, an embarrassed look in her eyes. Sorry
about that.
One of these days I'll be able to not read other lines that aren't my own. Mia says they're so cute, I'm... many exclamation marks. So long as you don't do it anymore, it's all good.
And thank you for not telling our parents. We already had enough trouble as it is with the window.
Speaking of your parents, where are they right now? Usually the ones managing the apothecary shop. Mia says that she's shoving them in her pockets.
Oh, Mama and Papa are helping at the castle today. Some of the workers got sick, so they went there to help. They should be back later.
And so you girls are keeping the fort safe until then, right? Miranda says, obviously you went from how the hell should I design children to you're overachieving. That's a compliment and a half coming from you, Miranda.
Yeah, so whatever you need, just let us know.
Well, actually, I do need some medicine for some of the horses back at the farm. Hashan isn't taking too well to some of the imported Lucian food. Probably all the weird things they do to their food. More like what they don't do. I heard they barely add any spices, and supposedly they actually suck on salt.
That doesn't sound appetizing at all. No wonder your horses didn't like it.
Mia says, Symphony crew never fucking around, they always go above and beyond. I got a team of professionals here.
Let me see what we can find.
The young girl let go of the dog, who just went about its business spelling the stand. She carefully read the instructions left to her by her parents, looking at indication and ingredient available, all perfectly organized in a manner incomprehensible to someone outside of the family. Though she didn't understand the significance of each ingredient, she proceeded to mix them thoroughly, as her mother had taught her, crunching them into a thick and gooey paste. Impressive. Your parents are teaching you well, Vane.
Thank you, Mr. Tombrock. Dad says I have a more delicate touch compared to Vero. Last time, she ended up breaking 2 vases trying to mix a large set. They're just too fragile. At least I'm better at finding the ingredients. That's cause you don't mind getting all dirty. I actually like how my dresses look when they are clean, thank you very much.
You read that perfectly. You read that perfectly, by God.
I saw the vision.
You saw the vision.
Whatever.
As Vane finished the medication, she placed it in a bottle that read 2 liters and carefully handed it over to Ignato. He smelled and she looked at the container, but its strange citrus and fish smell caused him to recoil in surprise.
I'm not sure if it'll work on a horse, but if you mix it with their food, it should help. Mama and Papa say the recent harvest has been pretty good, so it should be effective. A few days ago, Lady Matria got a weird rash, but it got better faster than expected thanks to how good the harvest was.
Miranda says, yes, clean dresses. I think I'm already friends with Vane. That's pretty impressive. This is sure to work. Thank you too. Before Ignato could celebrate the newfound medication, he was shocked at the sight of the price written on the bottle that he was given. It read 5,490 dogs. His heart stopped as his breathing ceased, an empty smile on his face. Quite the load you got there for yourself. Yeah. Mind putting it in the cart for me while I pay? My condolences to your wallet, Iggy. First the carrots Aurora ate, and now this. Even the milk I gave Lady Mauda, even the milk I gave Lady Mauda before was way too expensive for what it should be. If I remember correctly, prior to the war, a set of milk cost around 50 dogs. Now look at us. Mia saying, I love the designated Ignato broke trauma face. Starlight relating with his own sad face. The blacksmith kindly took the very expensive bottle from his friend, removing the heavy weight from his hands. As he carefully placed it, however, his body tensed up, feeling an unwanted energy approach. Not good. Ignato. I'm tagging you back in.
Okay. Turning to the direction Tomrick was pointing, Ignato saw the last thing he wanted to see today. 2 men clad in red and black armor and a red beret on their heads.
These fuckers.
Yeah, boot 1 sick.
Great, now they have sprites too. As we're waiting on Jessica, how's everybody doing tonight? Today. It is today. Oh boy, says Starlight. Yeah, the situation, not particularly nice. Mia says, I knew my little bitch senses were tingling. Starlight says, a nice food soon. Hey, be sure to share. Miranda says, they are nice character designs though. Thank you. I think he drew all the Ramos soldiers in about like a week or so.
Yeah, you went through those really fast. Like,
listen, I hate the Liberamos people. I wanted to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Mia saying, we're getting Symphony content. It is the best day. Thank you.
Their devil-like smiles shone through the crowd as they closed in the distance towards the group, carrying their weapons with reckless abandon. These 2 figures were barely men, more like beasts in the disguise of men, harassing those who walked past them. As they approached, they stopped by the kiosk of an old man selling empanadas, the meaty and cheesy smell catching their attention.
Old man, you got something good in stock? Sir Serrano, of course, don't even ask. I actually saved some... He asked if the food was good, not for a speech. Hand over the food. Of course, Sir Candeloso.
As the older salesperson desperately looked for his best food to offer, Ignato and Tomrock felt their blood boil at the sight.
Miranda says that she agrees with Mia, speaks every word. Mia says, "Leave my old man alone." Starlight says, "No." And Miranda says, "Holy shit, I was just eating an empanada." What a quickie
I
thing.
want some now.
Honest,
I want some now.
after fuck. If not for my COVID, I would actually go to Graciano's and get one.
I was thinking of that place. Like, man, I could go for some right now.
Man, we should go visit the old man.
Their attempts to keep their glares hidden were in vain. Even the white dog at their side snarled and growled, baring its fangs.
Starlight says Ignato's face is very good. Thank you so much. I love working on expressions so much. You kids head inside. Don't come out until your parents come back home. Understood?
Wait a minute. What are you?
Nothing to worry about. I'll keep him safe.
But if we don't stay...
Your parents will understand. Now go!
Let's go, Vero. With hesitant steps, the girls made their way inside, nervously locking the door behind them. Ignato and Tomrock gave each other a knowing look as they felt the girls were safe in their home. They began making their way towards the men quietly, Ignato pulling on Aurora's reins and gently petting her neck to keep her calm.
Don't do anything hasty. I know.
With trembling hands, the old cook placed a plate of empanadas on his table. He did his best to avoid their eyes, hoping he would go away. Yet he continued smiling at them, as he would to any other guest.
Here you go, good sirs. That'll be... Say, old man, where's your banner? My banner? You're a good Lagonian, are you not? Protected by yours truly, the soldiers of Liberamos. So, where is your red banner? Let's take a chat real quick. Mia saying, Ignato, kick some fascist ass. You go, Ignato. Starlight saying, throw an apple at them. Matt saying, like the texture on his stick. Yeah, I have a brush for that because wood is tough. Well, you see. What? Are you ungrateful for for our loyal services? For all Liberamos has done for this great republic of ours. Oi, Serrano.
The soldiers' attention shifted to that of Ignato and Tomrock as they moved closer. Serrano smirked before eating his empanada aggressively. In a flash, he swung his spear inside the stand, almost cutting the face of the older clerk and breaking some of the items in the store.
If you want to keep your store, I suggest you start liking the color red.
Both groups approached each other. Ignato and Tomrock did their best to keep their anger in check, while the soldiers wore a facade of smiles, almost excited for the confrontation. The people in the district had already made sure to get away from the two Liberamo soldiers, hiding in the kiosks and homes to be unseen by the deadly warriors.
Well, how Primveria blesses us this day, eh, Cardoso? First, these wonderful empanadas, courtesy of our friend, and now we meet the man we just wanted to see. Serrano, Cardoso, good to see you guys are okay given how intense things are of late. What could we... This has nothing to do with you, Lucio. I suggest you keep your mouth shut.
Tomrock felt his neck tense up a bit and began rubbing the area to relax. He knew retaliation would bring nothing positive, much less with soldiers armed like them. He resigned and raised both of his hands with a relaxed expression, a friendly smile to appease the threat before him.
My bad. Sorry to bother you. Is something the matter? Well, yes. There is a matter I wish to discuss with you. Mind coming with me?
Ignato could guess where this would go. He knew what they'd do to him if he agreed to follow through with his demand. He fixed his grip on Aurora's reins and tried to walk past the soldiers.
Everybody's so mad in the chat at Serrano Cardoso. Mia's like, Thomas better mad than me for not I rip her eyes off, you bitch. Let me at him, biting her nose off. Miranda's like, boy knows how to keep his cool. Listen, one of them has to.
True.
Sorry guys, but I got a lot of work to do today. Can it wait?
However, once they were close enough, the soldiers blocked Ignato's path with their spears.
Oh, I just saved the screenshot by accident.
Oh. Tomahawk tried to step forward, but in the blink of an eye, Cardozo had dashed past Ignato and in front of the blacksmith, holding him against the cart with a spear.
I told you to stay out of this, Lucio. Buddy, come on. No need for weapon amongst friends. We're all just talking, right? It would be ashamed for the goddess to see her streets bloodied. Speak of the goddess again, and I'll happily spill your blood, you dirty ungrateful Farunian. Maybe Lucius would have done us a favor killing all of you.
Before Ignato could react and try to help his friend, he felt Serrano's arm wrapped tightly around his neck.
Mia says, everybody's upset. Everybody's upset. Starlight's starting to bite. Mia wants to kick.
Get him. The force was almost enough to strangle him. He tried to break free, but every attempt was met with another strike against his throat.
Ah! You see, Phoenix, I hear you Mercados are doing some business. If I remember correctly, you bought a bunch of stuff from Yen hasn't paid, right? Am I correct?
There was no way for Ignato to break free. The arm coiled tightly around him like a snake. His skin began to redden. It felt like his throat could snap at any moment. Whenever he tried to move, the arm around his neck added more and more force. There was no escape. Serrano had Ignato right where he wanted him.
I'll take that as a yes. See, he's been having a rough time, wife and all that. I think it would be for the best if you just sort of, forgot about all that. I mean, what did he take from you anyway? Beef? Vegetables? Those are necessities, my friend. Quite sick of you to try and make a profit of such a basic need like that. Ah!
Serrano added even more force to his grip on his victim's neck, squeezing a cacophony of painful sounds out of the farmhand. With great delight, he continued to squeeze repeatedly. All Ignato could do was desperately cling to the armored hand to try and pull it away. The blacksmith looked at Ignato, trying to think of ways to help, but at the slightest movement, Cardozo pressed a spear against Tomahawk's throat, just enough to hurt but not draw blood.
Last fucking warning. Your partner said, my friend, be very kind of you to move, Sir Knight. If he was in pain, he'd say something, wouldn't he? And disrespect warriors like you? That would get him in a world of trouble.
The men locked eyes, Tomahawk with a forced smile while Cardozo maintained his hate-filled glare. Tomahawk attempted to remain still and non-threatening, but a growing desire to fight back was boiling inside him.
Mia says they have 5 seconds before I start throwing hands. Starlight just started calling him evil.
Yeah. Eventually, his arms gave out from being held up, lowering ever so slightly. The warrior seized the opportunity to strike Tomahawk's jaw with the back of his spear, knocking him to the ground. As Tomahawk attempted to get up, the armored man stepped on Tomahawk's back with a heavy and violent force.
I fucking told you. Blasting my damn luck. At this rate I'll be skewered or Ignato will have his neck snapped. Gotta think of something, and quick.
Tomahawk looked around. Tomahawk looked around. Wait, why is this throwing me off? Hold on.
Oh, I think that was an error that we didn't fix in the script. Good thing we actually cut this then.
Oh. Yeah. Because I have been noticing like a few little things, but yeah, there's like a bigger thing here.
Yeah. Yeah, ignore the from. Ignore the from. I'll remove that from the script as we go through this.
Tomahawk looked around and noticed objects lying about just close enough for him to use, such as vases, planks of wood, and other merchandise that had been left behind by the store owners.
I need to knock them out. If I kill them, things will only gonna get worse for us. Starlight says, Aurora, come break the ribs. And Mia says, give Vero her rocks and it's over for these bitches.
Right?
Oh! Looks like you're having fun there, Cardoso! Man, no respect for authority these days, I swear!
As the soldier gloated, he could feel the force against his arm become harder. The sound of his metallic armor struggling caught him off guard. Ignato had managed to sneak a hand into the arm restraining him and began pushing, finally letting air into his throat.
It's Ignato. It's Ignato. Fuck. It's Mersado. Really such a coward that he can't face me himself?
The man turned enough to show his beastly expression to the soldier. His bared teeth resembled fangs, and his face bent with an unnatural rage, his true feelings for the soldier before him finally revealed.
People in chat are saying, Nia says, Tamrock, no, don't be a good person. You're so hot, haha, please murder them. Miranda says, Tamrock is so mature, thinking logically throughout this damn process. Mia here cheering, going, yes, get his ass. Kill that bitch.
Yeah.
Can tell that bastard grew up here after I tear you apart. Still got some fire in you, eh? And here I thought you'd be kind enough to forgive a debt of 1,000. I forgot how big that number was. Holy fuck.
A lot of zeros.
Thought you'd be kind enough to forgive a debt of 10 million dogs worth of food. Lord Charbon was right. All your merchants are disgusting and greedy.
As he said this, the warrior's arm let go of the farmer's neck and took hold of his head, quickly slamming his face into the ground. Ignato attempted to get up quickly, but was kept down by Serrano stepping on the back of his neck. Ignato's eyes bulged from the pain. He tried to push himself upwards, but his fingers simply dug into the earth. Any movement was met with another stomp.
Damn it! God. Now, if you don't stop resisting, I might have to use more force!
The pressure was insufferable. Ignato felt desperation take over him. He didn't want to die, much less to the hands of this vermin. Ignato reached for the knife he had on his leg, his fingers wrapping quickly around the handle. However, his hand was struck in response, his knife sent away from the strike. Before Ignato could realize what happened, the back of his hand was crushed beneath the back of Serrano's spear.
Don't even think about it. You know what'll happen if you lay a finger on me. People, let's see what chat's saying real quick.
Yeah.
Mia losing her shit about Ignato going feral. Starlight going, how is this so intense with just these silly concept blobs? Brenda saying, because it was writing it, yes, I can be rather intense too. Think about your poor little family. You wouldn't want me and my friend to pay them a visit for your actions, would you? I wonder how fun it would be to beat the crap out of that Mitsune's bitch you call a cousin. Or maybe beat you senselessly for your mommy. Her tears would be a sight.
Ignato continued to struggle, glaring at the man standing over him with nothing but hatred and disgust. His blood boiled with the desire to strike the knight until his hands bled. His muscles tensed up as he continued to try and get back on his feet, the spear shaft pushing harder and harder against his hand. Serrano gleefully stepped harder on Ignato's neck, as if trying to break it.
You touch either of them, Mr. I'll rip your goddamn head off!
As he tried lifting his body up, the soldier was caught off guard once more. The man dressed in red struggled to keep Ignato down until he added his other foot on Ignato's back for extra weight. Serrano spun his spear with the sharp end now pointing down towards Ignato's neck. A sadistic glee covered his face, a ghoulish, deformed smile.
Oh no. That's a threat against an officer of the law, and laws are meant to be followed, Phoenix! So learn your place!
However, before the spear rained down, he felt something graze the bridge of his nose, causing him to move back in shock. I know what's happening here.
Yeah.
The four men followed the trajectory of the sound, confused by its sharp whistle.
Before we go into this, let's see what the chat's saying. Miranda, not the family card! Starlight's like, Tiliana could break these jerks by breathing on them. Honestly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mia says, Valeria would bitch slap his ass into oblivion. Who does this lump think? Who does this lump of shit think he is? Damn, that's a new one.
Get him. They noticed an arrow embedded into the earth, having cut through the air with ease. Serrano's eyes widened with fury at the sight of the weapon, a chill running up his spine as he realized what could have happened.
Who dares?
That's quite enough. Y'all know who it is.
Hey there! Mia is losing in the chat.
I'm like, let me look at the chat.
Mia and Starlight are fucking popping off.
Hell yeah. The men turned to see a woman holding a bow and arrow aimed directly at them, eyes filled with anger. Max growled next to her, hunched over and ready to pounce at the threat. Her body was steady, breath and muscles under complete control, a human ballista ready to strike. Let these men go and we can end this conflict peacefully. Or shall I take this to your higher-ups?
Mia, you're saying that she got lightheaded from hype, and Miranda popping up at the music. Mia saying I need her. Honestly, I was thinking originally this music was too heroic, but now it fits this perfectly.
It works.
Anastasia Palacios. Would you look at that, Cardoso? The little princess wants to play the knight in shining armor. Was it not bad enough for your mama to die fighting in the war? Could you follow her trying to follow in her footsteps?
Much to Serrano's annoyance, the archer didn't budge, only adjusting her grip on the bow. Those eyes, the way she looked at him made a pit grow in his stomach. The knight moved his spear away from Ignado and chuckled.
Look, you stupak little brat. These two were posing quite the threat. We are in our right to defend ourselves. I'm pretty sure even your dad in Unidad would agree with that. That one has the right to protect themselves, no?
Very much so. Those two are well within their rights to protect themselves against you.
Huh? Did you not hear me, you dumb broad? They were threatening us!
Is that so, Mr. Serrano? Because Ignado isn't holding his knife, and I don't see any weapons on Tombrock.
You... Yeah?
Now step away from them, or there will be trouble. Either with your superiors or me. Your choice. Serrano spat on Ignado, the warm stench of half-eaten food dizzying the farmland. The knight stepped off of him, but not before kicking his throat in the process. Ignado remained on the floor, struggling to breathe and holding his injured throat. Cardoso followed suit, making sure to stomp Tombrock's head into the ground. Anastasia's figure remained still and unflinching, continuing to aim carefully.
I don't think you're getting the picture. We are the law. Standing against us is standing against the law. Your daddy wouldn't be too proud of you. This Magnolian Lord Gustavo really raised such an insolent little brat. 1 second. I'm seeing something I need to ban from the chat.
Oh.
We have a bot.
Oh, ew.
My suspicious user. How do I ban?
I forgot how to use my ball powers.
Same. Honestly, same. 1 second. How do I ban you?
I think I had to switch views here.
Mia says that... Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
I did it. Yeah.
Thanks, Jess. You have to teach me how to do it later. Also, Lizard the Wizard, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I don't have notifications on, but thank you so much for the follow. Mia said, "Bot, go away. I'm trying to be homosexual in peace." Thanks. Seriously, thanks, Jess.
No problem. Took me a second, but I did it.
You have to tell me later how to do that. Did Nisagnolian Gustavo really raise such an insolent little brat?
The arrow flew right by Serrano's face, cutting his cheek.
Lizard says, "Hi, absolutely loving seeing the progress. I'm really glad to hear that."
He held a stinging wound as his blood now dripped down onto his armor.
Serrano! You bitch!
The law exists to defend the people. All I see you doing is hurting our people. Not surprising to see Liberamas acting like animals.
Have it down with your shit! See you back to your father in pieces!
The men dashed forward with their spears pointed towards Anastasia, their rapid steps closing the distance. Yeah.
I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this.
She quickly prepared 2 more arrows, not breaking eye contact with her enemy even for a second. Suddenly, a flower vase shattered against the back of Cardozo's skull. He collapsed to the floor face first.
Huh?
As Serrano turned around, a slab of wood barreled its way towards him. The wood slashed through the wind, crashing against Serrano's jaw. The force of the strike broke the large slab in 2, and the soldier hit the ground with a thud, eyes rolling to the back of his head. Anastasia lowered her bow and took a deep breath, the green glowing reticle in her irises disappearing, letting her proper blue shine through.
The chat's popping off. We talked about the progress. Mia wishing that was her getting shot by Anastasia. What? Miranda says Anastasia is so good with words. Mia says Mama and Papa I'm vibrating a frequency that registers as a small seismic event, and Starlight going, let's fucking go.
She ran over to her friends, Tombrock using the cart for balance, and Ignato holding onto the wooden remains for support. Are you two alright?
Just peachy. Thanks for the help, Blondie. But couldn't you have shown up a little sooner?
My apologies. I would had I known what was happening. I'm glad I could at least make it in time. Max showed up by himself, which was not a good sign.
Better late than never, I suppose. If anything, I'm glad you arrived when you did. Fucking hell, why the neck?
Let me see it.
Max the hero says Starlight, yeah. Please do. Ow, ow, ow!
Doesn't look too bad, but it would be a good idea to have it treated. We don't want to risk you having a stress fracture from the pressure against your vertebrae. How about you, Tombrock? How are you feeling?
Mia says the voices are just chanting wife on loop. Just a bit dizzy, but I should be alright. He got the worst of it. The Luxors are at the castle right now, so I might as well pay them a visit. Wait, I still have deliveries to finish first. The other mom will kill me if I don't finish my orders.
I'm sure they'll understand given the circumstances, as will your clients. It's not like they don't suffer from similar mistreatment.
I guess.
At any rate, I'll go with you two. I wanted to head to the castle to meet with my father. I'll be able to vouch for both of you. We should probably bring these two along and have my father deal with them.
Good idea. Actually, could you guys please handle putting them in the cart? I need to do something first. Only because you said please. But don't take too long, or I'm taking your horse.
While his friends carried the unconscious soldiers to the cart, Ignato quickly made his way to the shop owner the soldiers had harassed. The old man at the kiosk was still shaken, gripping onto the wall.
Hey, are you alright? Ignato. Oh, my child. My heart is still struggling, but I think I'll manage. How much did he take from you? 2 empanadas with cheese. Luckily nothing too severe, but fixing the store will be tougher.
Ignato looked at the menu hanging on the wall. The price of each empanada was around 1,250 dolks. The farmhand opened his wallet and paid for the food the soldiers had taken.
Huh? I'll stop by later to help with the walls, okay? I need to check my neck first. Just take it easy for today.
He ran back to his friends and cart, leaving the salesman behind.
Wait! Ignato! Oh, Primveria. Please watch over him.
By the time Ignato reached... Oh.
Everybody in chat saying Ignato's sweet. Me, I call him baby, patting him on the head. Starlight saying he's so sweet.
He's our baby boy.
Baby, here comes the boy. He has injuries.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I went a bit ahead, sorry.
Oh, okay. By the time Ignato reached his friends, the cart was set up. As his dog barked happily, Ignato knelt down to give him a hug.
Thanks, little guy. How are you one? Okie dokie. Thank you so much for coming, Starlight. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Actually, and hopefully we'll be able to see you in the future. Thanks, little guy. How are you, one? Oh, actually, before you go, Starlight, if you can, let me just post it in the chat real quick. I do have a server where I do share updates about Symphony progress that everybody's welcome to join if they so desire. And also, we'll be posting other updates and such on the Symphony Twitter, which I'll also share online in a second. I'll be posting it in the chat in just a bit. As sweet and warm as a chocolate lava cake. Oh, thanks, Miranda. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord or you want to follow the Twitter, please feel free. Now back to voicing my happy little puppy, man. Right as my own little puppy gets up. What's up, little kitty pet?
Oh.
Thanks, little one. How are you, one?
He really cares for you.
Well, I've been taking care of him for years now. If he didn't care for me, I'd be worried. With how obnoxious you can get, I'm surprised little Furbo can put up with you. You say that like you weren't, oh, friends are supposed to support each other. I don't remember that. I'd say we're more like acquaintances at best.
As Ignato climbed into the cart with his dog, he took the opportunity to push Tomrock's hat onto his face. Anastasia could only roll her eyes as she took the reins in her hands. If you can play around like that, then it appears I had nothing to worry about.
No, please, your majesty. Oh, my poor bones. This poor body of mine can handle the pain. Oh, Lady Anastasia, by your grace, save me.
Oh, that's too good.
He's such an asshole.
Just settle down for now, alright? Once you get there, try to be on your best behavior, both of you, okay?
Sure thing, boss. Thanks again, Anastasia.
The pleasure is mine. Now sit back. We'll be there before you know it. And with a whip of Aurora's reins, the horse began walking forward, now with heavier and unwanted cargo.
Mia says, Ignato, I promised other people I'd be my worst behavior, though.
Ignato took a deep breath and tried to relax. His neck still burned sharply, but the company of his friends and the sights of the town allowed to not focus on the Liberal's confrontation. Though he felt anxious about not being able to fulfill his work. Yeah, missing an F there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a warm hope spread across his chest, allowing him to doze off, if only for a bit.
Wait, it's weird that F is not there, because you went to the script to try and add it, it's already there.
Yeah, like, I'm seeing some things that I'm like, I feel like this isn't, like, the last, like, update to the script.
No, this is all the last update.
Unless, like, me, I don't know. I'll have to, like, make a comparison to make sure.
Okay.
Like, it's nothing huge, just, like, a few things here and there. I'm like, I feel like I fixed that. I don't know.
Okay, in that case, we'll probably do, like, a playthrough later where we go through the script only and just compare side to side. In the second installment of Ignato's So Real, we have shrugging off an actual brush with death because Anastasia is there. I mean, have you seen her? Oh boy, have I seen her. And that is all that we have so far to show for the game. Like, there are other scenes that are partially programmed, but as far as the rest of the story, it is the story itself is written, but I mean, other scenes have yet to be properly programmed. Like, we have some backgrounds in place that I'm willing to show off, but as far as the actual cutscene with characters and cinematography and such, we're still in the process of that. But yeah, that is our progress to show so far. Miranda says, great architecture. Thank you so much. Once again, that was by my friend Neferi-san, who spent like 2 months of research and then another month of like working on the actual like building of the building. Lizard saying it looks great already. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mia says, ah! It was so good. I'm excited for this amazing work already. You're all doing amazing work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will actually, Jessica, it's your first time actually also seeing the game proper, right?
Yeah, I have not seen all of this like actually like this.
All right, then what do you think so far?
I love it. I'm so excited. It looks really cool already.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm wondering if anybody has like any critique or any sort of like feedback that stands out to them that they feel, I mean, want to take a note of as they continue programming, because we're still pretty early on, but it's still good to keep a mind on a couple of things. Like I know Max actually pointed out that the text box, because it is semi-transparent, it is actually hard for some people to read it sometimes.
Mhm.
So either I need to make the text box a bit more opaque, or I need to change the font.
I see.
Lizard says, I'm just in awe. Thanks, bud. I really appreciate it. How, let's see, it is amazing. He says, how is it like seeing something you've been, that's been on your life for so long finally coming to fruition? It's wild, honestly. I've been talking about, I talked about it a little bit with Maxi before, where I said that programming is like killing me, but actually seeing the pieces come together, like it is honestly so, it makes me really happy to see all the pieces come together. Like I don't know how else to describe it. I'm just so happy. Miranda says the story combined with your voice acting is so engaging. Thank you. I don't consider myself that great of a voice actor. Like I can do a little bit, but I'm really happy that you say that, Miranda. I can only hope that with the professional actual work of the voice actors that I'll be bringing in, that we can be even better than that. And once again, Jessica, thank you so much for your work here today as well.
Of course.
Just to show off other parts that we have so far. Uh, just skipping a bit here. We also have whoa. Let's go back a little
Whoa.
bit there. Yeah, we also have here the inside of the castle itself. Once again, designed by Neferi-san. This time illustrated by Spicy Mexican Boy and by Tamafry. Tamafry handled the colors and shading, while Mexican Boy handled the sketching, and those two are put together are unstoppable. Matt says, I'm proud of you, bud. I've been seeing these characters for a better half of 12 years, and seeing things come together brings tears to my... Matt, are you good? Try to make me cry here on stream? Fuck you. That actually make me emotional to read. My god, it's... Yeah, I've really known you for 12 years. I've been working this fucker since 2006, since about the announcement of Zelda Twilight Princess. Just looking at more things to show off. As you can see, there's a lot here that is still being programmed. Let's see. Oh, yeah, just to show off some of the backgrounds that we have going on here as well. We have the Sunset one by Jessica as well. That leads back into this by Tamafry. That then leads us back into the farm. So different locations will have different times of day depending on what the scene requires. But yeah, we're still working on consolidating aspects of the backgrounds. But honestly, I'm really happy with what we got so far. So yeah, with that, that is all I have to show for Symphony thus far. Oh, Jessica muted herself for a second. No worries. God, that was really 2 hours and a half. Mia asks, will there be player choices or will it be following the story along? It will be following the story along. This is more of a kinetic novel versus a visual novel. A visual novel would be something more like Fate Stay Night, where you can make the choices that take your direction. While this is more of a kinetic novel like Higurashi, where you sit down and just take the story in. You open your arms, and the story comes in, and it comes in. Definitely something, speaking of Fate Stay Night, that I need to keep myself in check, though, is the production values. Because I can tell I'm pushing myself to do a lot of work, because my biggest source of inspiration for visual novels are Higurashi and Fate Stay Night. But those motherfuckers have a proper studio. I'm working with amazing artists, but I'm mostly still in the front, mostly myself. Like with CGs, character art, and everything. So I want to be careful about how much I end up overworking myself in order to achieve the vision that I have in my mind. So it's working hard enough to make it work, but not so hard that I end up breaking myself in half. Also, welcome back, Jess.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. But yeah, we are... I think that's about it. Oh my god, we were really streaming for 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, I didn't realize, like, oh wow, it's already 4:30.
Hey, that just means that it's a pretty quick read then. Careful line of balance, something your team takes care. Yeah, definitely try to take care of the team. As we go out though, there is one last thing to show off. Actually, there's one last thing that we have to show off here. As mentioned before, Jessica here is going to be the vocalist for the main theme of the game, Embers of You. We're still working on recording it, but the song is composed. It has the lyrics written. We're just currently working on setting it up. So while I don't have the vocals to show you today just yet, you can get a preview of that by following Exigent, the band, over on Spotify and on Twitter and places like that, because Jessica is the vocalist for that band as well. So if you want a preview of her vocals, be sure to follow at Exigent. Is it all one word, Jess?
It's different for each account.
Would you mind then sharing those ads in the chat?
I can. I mean, I don't know what everybody uses, but I know where Instagram is this. This one is Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the other ones off the top of my head.
I know that I know one of them was Exigent band.
Actually, I could probably just. Could I grab the link tree from here? Because that's easier.
Oh yeah, just put the link tree there.
Yeah. I gotta find it. Hold on. I should just have these links on hand.
Honestly.
Because it's always like, oh yeah, like, wait, where are my links? Like, like I'm always looking for them and okay. Okay, I have that. I'm just gonna drop it in here. And
then you'll post it there.
Yeah, so I can just kind of transfer it over. Like, oh god. Like, oh god, I can't properly paste it. Hold on.
I'll take care of it 1 second. There we go. And yeah, that way you can guys go ahead and check out her vocals and her amazing musical work. Oh, she muted herself again. But yeah, right now also here we're listening to the main title theme, Reaching for the Dream. Welcome back, Jess.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Then as we're heading out, we are going to be previewing the instrumental version of the main theme of the game, Embers of You. Once again, the final version will be sung by Jessica, and once that version of the song ends, we'll be saying goodnight. Or goodbye, rather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Jessica, thank you once again so much for joining me for this. It was a pleasure to have you, and I'm really happy what we made today, and what we showed off today, rather.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you all for being here. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'll try to see if I can stream more in the future. Maybe show either more progress or my work on the sprites and such.
Yeah, because I would love to do this again sometime.
Definitely. Right, then we'll plan for it maybe later in the future. We'll find the time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Then everybody, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves, and please enjoy this song.